Hello, once again, this is Antonio. And you know one thing, when I do these videos and I sit through hours and hours and hours of court cases, because you got to know what you're talking about before you can do, you know, the court case. One thing I noticed that defendants, they no longer say your honor. It's all yay, what. They don't even say yes anymore. They only start saying yes ma'am or no ma'am if they think they're going to get out the clinker. That's the only way. These Some of these people are deviants, and I don't think that some of them should even walk the face of this earth. Just because they don't want nobody telling them what to do, and they will hurt you at the same time. But in this case, the young lady, she goes and she has a young child. I put newborn in the title. I'm not sure the actual age of the baby, but the baby is not old. But the young lady was told to turn herself in, and of course, she didn't do that. And the reason why she said she was on the run is because she wanted to take care of her child. So Judge Washington had to check her, of course, and you know how the things go. But that's enough of me rambling. Let's dive into the content, and then we could come back and go from there.
State of Michigan versus Zakila Whitsett, case number 21S00865.
Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Ms. Hill Whitsett, who appears via Zoom from the jail. Ms. Hill Whitsett, can you please state your name for the record?
Kyla Hill Whitsett.
Thank you. We're here today in this particular matter for a couple of things. One is a pretrial, and the other is because she's in contempt of court and was told to do 30 days and to turn herself in at the jail.
Certainly, Your Honor. With regard to the pretrial, I didn't know she was in jail because of that hyphenated name, the Hill Whitsett. I only have Whitsett in my notes. I couldn't have known that she was in, so I haven't been able to, since I've been on this case, talk to her about it. So I have it in my notes to do so as soon as possible. However, with regard to the the fact that she's in jail, she has 3 other cases right now. She has been given bonds on those. She immediately talked to me when we got in the breakout room together about wanting to address being in and why she's in with you. It was unprompted from me. She'd like to issue an apology to the court and see if that might move the court into helping her out and doing anything for her. So Ms. Hill Whitsett, this would be your opportunity.
I apologize, Judge Washington. I had a very low support system. I was off my medicine for 9 months because I had previously just had a baby. I truly apologize. I have learned my lesson. I feel like I never do that again. Honestly, I'm only laughing because I'm nervous, but I never do it again. I'm willing to do anything to get out of here and see my baby again.
If Your Honor would consider perhaps a GPS tether for location purposes, she does have a relatively newborn that she'd like to get out and take care of. She does have a better support system now, she informs, and she does mean what she says. I'm advised, and she does take this seriously.
I think the baby was a newborn in May. That's how a lot of this happened.
And that's a lot of time that she's been worried about either being in jail or being in jail for, unfortunately.
Told me. Anyway.
I understand.
Duffy.
I appreciate that Ms. Whitsett wants to apologize today, and I am aware that she is dealing with some challenges, including mental health challenges. I don't need to get into the details of that, but I understand that to some extent her behavior is something that might be a day-to-day issue and to deal with. I am concerned though that this did happen in May, and Ms. Whitsett was supposed to turn herself in, and I understand that she didn't want to do so because she had a newborn. I'm also concerned that the reason that Ms. Whippet actually is here now isn't because of a decision to do that even now, but she has a new case. It hasn't been reviewed yet. It just came in from October 19th. It's a new retail fraud warrant. So, and in addition to some other cases that are newer. So I hope that she's back on those meds that she had to be off of, but I'm concerned about the activity overall, not just from that day. And I don't, the contempt happened in direct view of the court. The court is well aware of what took place that day. So I don't have anything to say about that. That's up to Judge Washington to make a decision about. But I'm concerned about Ms. Whippet overall as a person and as to what's going on with her, because with that newborn baby, racking up a bunch of new cases is not helping you be with that child either. So I don't know what it's going to take to get Ms. Whippet the help that she needs. But I'm just overall concerned.
Thank you. Ms. Whitsett's behavior was quite frankly shocking. And there have been a few people who have had contemptuous behavior in court, but I think hers was by far the worst. And sometimes I can see it coming. I don't think I even saw that one coming, which is, I think, why it was so shocking to me. I think it started because I wanted her to sit up. To have some additional background information, I think one of the things about being a judge and people don't understand is that I only have a file that has very limited information in it. And so I don't know who that individual is when they come on the screen or what type of challenges they may be facing at that time. I like to give people the opportunity to express themselves so that I can try to figure it out, or the attorneys an opportunity to educate me about each individual so I can know. But with Ms. Whitsett, it went south so quickly, there was no opportunity for any of that to find out today. That a part of what's going on is mental health challenges does help me to better understand her behavior that day. And I think this is probably the first time I've heard about it because, like I said, the court doesn't typically have that much information about people. How long has Ms. Whitsett been in custody at this point?
7 days, Your Honor. And as I advised, she does have 3 other charges currently pending. She has $1,000 10% on those that she does advise that she's able to post if she were to be able to get a bond to get out today.
Ms. Whitsett,
Yes, ma'am.
I found you in contempt of court that day. I am not changing my mind about the contempt. My only consideration is whether I'm going to suspend the other 23 days to see how you do while we go through this process.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that day you didn't care about any of that.
Ma'am, I honestly do. I was just going through a lot. I ain't had no support. I was getting my medicine back started, but the jail, they can't give me the medicine that I was taking on the outs. And that was the only thing that'll keep me sane was my medicine. And I was wrong. I admit, like me running my mouth, I see where running my mouth can get me. I was wrong. But you don't necessarily have to take me what I'm saying into consideration. I just feel like I just want you to take the fact that my mom working and my baby out there going from house to house. She got a home she can go to.
Well, I hope that you can fully appreciate from now on out that your decisions are not just about you. You made that choice that day. So, Mr. Bellinger, what your request is today is that the pretrial would be adjourned and that I, in some way, shape, or form, fashion a sentence that doesn't keep her continuing in custody. Is that what you're asking me?
Humbly, yes, Your Honor.
I'm willing to do anything, tether, anything. I never did.
All right, just give her time to think.
All right, pretrial in this case will be scheduled. Yeah, what's the soonest Monday we have?
As soon as we get it straight.
No, not that soon.
Yeah, okay, so then we're good. You want it for the 20th?
The 20th, I guess. Let's go to 20th. Okay. I'm gonna put this on for November 20th, 2023 at 9 a.m. for pretrial. The defendant will be released on a personal recognizance bond, and the balance of the 23 days is suspended. If you have another allegation after today's date regarding any more crimes, I'm going to set a bond, and then you'll have to figure out how to post that. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And again, I apologize. I was wrong. And I learned my lesson.
All right. Personal cognizance bond. I'll see you back here on November 20th, 2023 at 9 a.m. on Zoom, sitting up properly like you're supposed to. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so thank you for all who stuck through this trial. One thing they did point out in this trial that mom may be dealing with mental health. And my thing is, if you're dealing with mental health, why procreate? Just a valid question. Because there's a chance that you can pass on bipolarness to your child. You can pass on schizophrenia to your child. I hope I said that word right. I don't want to come off like I'm unintelligent, but you can pass on those traits to your children. It's the truth. And I do hope that she get herself together, but at the end of the day, if you're dealing with your mental health, don't be having children and messing up the world, because if you're not getting yourself together and you can't properly discipline your child, it can be another generation of deviants running rampant in society. Now, if I'm wrong, check me. I don't mind being checked. Tell me I'm wrong. But nevertheless, this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You can support the channel through Cash App or Super Chat. And once again, we will